young people, particularly our girls, need to understand that doctors and scientists are something that any woman can become, no matter how much money your family has, no matter where you come from, or whether you're a man or a woman.
While just as many girls as boys leave high school wanting to pursue STEM careers, fewer than half of them pursue those majors in college. And by graduation, women are outnumbered by men in almost every science and engineering field.
Anyone growing up, when someone asks you what you can be, you're more likely to say, I can be X, if you've seen someone else that you know being that.
Learning that, hey, there's no African American women in science, there's no Latin American women in science. That makes you say, forget it, I don't want to do it. They're not going to recognize me.
In San Francisco, two women who are successful in their careers as scientists see a need to share their knowledge with young girls who are living in underrepresented communities. They're exposing them to a whole new world that may ultimately change their lives beyond the dream.
After joining this program, I felt like, I didn't get as much as I should have got in school. I learned more here than I've actually learned in school.
As our girls go through our program, they learn how to explore the scientific process through fun, hands-on experiments. We extracted DNA from an orange.
We went with the scanning electron microscope and looked things close up that you can't see with the naked eye. I liked using the STEM machine. I liked finding out what pollen actually looked like, what hair follicles really look like.
Exposing kids to things outside of their everyday existence is really powerful, because then it also kind of sparks in them this idea of maybe there's other things out there that I might want to try.
We had to dissect owl throw up. That was cool. Kind of gross and it smelled horrible. As you look at our young girls and learning how to do sample collection, how they engineer or build a PCR machine, a polymerase chain reaction machine to do their science experiment, I think you can see that our girls are capable of being engineers, right? They're capable of being great scientists. They're learning to use technology that otherwise they would not have been given the opportunity to use.
I think NexGene Girls is a really phenomenal program because it really started with Marlena, and Marlena's from the community in which she's trying to work with. And so I think coming from that community is really important in that she's not some outsider coming in to try to save these kids, but that she's someone who's intimately aware of the challenges and the struggles that these kids are going through.
I live in a community that is a very marginalized community. I live in the southeast sector of San Francisco, where you have high unemployment, where violence really is the norm. I could walk out my house, go one block, and maybe someone was murdered there that day, where there lacks role models and mentors that are able to really provide you with guidance.
It's horrible to be afraid to go outside your own house because so-and-so got shot or this one is a drug addict. I don't go outside my house. I don't talk to my neighbors. I never had that. I never had that sense of community where I live.
Some of those roadblocks and challenges, me as a young person and as a woman growing up in that community, I have faced myself. So I really understand what it's like to live in a community like that, where all the things that you need to pursue a career are challenges. And I really wanted to be able to empower our young women of color so that they are not marginalized, so that they realize that there are many career opportunities, especially in the sciences, that can change their life.
Before the NexGene Girls program, I thought all scientists wore white lab coats, and predominantly I felt that they were white males. But now I know that a scientist could look just like me in a jean jacket besides a lab coat. I really want to have a career pertaining to science when I get older. Really, like my mind is really set on it now.
I definitely want to do something in the science field. I want to someday be a pediatrician or a veterinarian because I've always loved being around little kids and definitely pets as well.
I want to be an obstetrician, the doctors that give birth to babies.
I always wanted to be like a pediatrician or like a nurse.
You can be 23 and have 2 kids, and I would still want you to be in this program because you need to see this. And if you have a natural aptitude for science, you should still go to school and learn and do something. I have friends who had so much potential, but some of them got pregnant, dropped out of school, some of them got in gangs, some of them are dead. And it's that if they had an opportunity like this, I bet you they'd have scholarships and be somewhere right now.
A lot of African American women, we don't get that talk to let us know we could do more than just being a singer or a rapper, a football player, this. And that's like we're getting here, like they're telling us we could be more than that. Like we could do stuff in the bigger sense, like be doctors, be scientists, like be a president. So I feel like that's really inspiring, and it really helps us like be able to look up to somebody who is like us.
There's not many black neonatal nurses anywhere at the moment. But I can be like the next generation that does that. What matters is that you like doing science and you want to help others and find a way to cure something or to make new medicines or vaccines to help other people.
The real reason for me wanting to create NexGene Girls is really to figure out how can I give back to my community, how can I personally make my community better, and not just for myself through a career in science, but really make the lives of the kids that live in the community better. And I really believe that through science that we can do that.
And you too, with these same values, can control your own destiny. You too can pave the way. You too can realize your dreams, and then your job is to reach back and to help someone just like you do the same thing.